as a competitor, it ought to motivate you. If you're a competitor, if you're truly a competitive guy, it ought to really motivate you not to be in that situation again. You know, and I think, you know I use it, and I think that the players, I've tried to continually remind them about October, about the fourth quarter, about not being outscored, about all of those things. And as a competitor and to be a competitive organization, those things I constantly bring up.
October wasn't kind to the Gators last year. A 4-0 Florida went 0-4 that month, and a promising season was turned upside down. October is here once again, and the script up to this point is the same. However, the feeling isn't. Some fans last year forecasted a colder than usual October, but this year the Gators enter this month truly hot after surviving tests on the road, forming an identity in year 2 under coach Will Muschamp, and discovering a promising young leader. The first key to Florida's contest this week against number 4 LSU will be sophomore QB Jeff Driskel and the offense staying as balanced as it's become. Running back Mike Gillislee, the second leading rusher in the SEC, will need to continue his success on the ground. Meanwhile, Driskel will need to make the right decisions in the face of pressure, which he'll be seeing plenty of. The Tigers' front four arguably has the most talent and depth of any D-line there is in the country. Ends Barkevius Mingo and Sam Montgomery can bring constant pressure from the outside, and tackles Benny Logan and Anthony Johnson are stout inside. Florida true freshman DJ Humphries may get significant time at left tackle this week as he's been pushing starter Xavier Nixon. How he handles LSU's front will also be important, but as a whole, the Gators must pick up LSU's blitzes. Gillislee and fullback Hunter Joyer have done a good job in pass protection in the backfield. They'll have to work in conjunction with the O-line to make sure Driskel's jersey doesn't get dirty. While he has been able to keep plays alive and make plays on the run, Driskel will need to have a quicker clock in his head this week.
We know about their speed rushers. They're gonna get in there quick, but we're gonna have quicker stuff. We're gonna have a quick game. We're gonna have a draw, stuff like that, and we're gonna definitely help out the tackles with chips on the end because we know those are really good players. But like I said, it goes back to knowing your routes, knowing the defense, and knowing the protections.
The second key to this week's game will be the Gator defense's ability to stop LSU's incredibly versatile running game. Getting linebacker Jelani Jenkins would help tremendously in this department, and as of Tuesday, it looks likely that he'll return to the unit. Jenkins is currently awaiting clearance to play with a cast on his fractured right thumb. LSU is second in the SEC in rushing, averaging about 230 yards on the ground a game. One of the team's top rushers, power back Alfred Blue, will miss the game with a knee injury, but Kenny Hilliard, Michael Ford, Spencer Ware, and receiver Russell Shepard are all big threats to make plays out of the backfield, inside and outside the tackles. Muschamp says defending against perimeter runs was one of the team's focal points during the bye week as he feels his secondary's tackling will be tested. The 240-pound sophomore Hilliard leads the Tigers with 366 yards, averaging 6.9 yards a carry to go with 6 touchdowns. Linebacker Jon Bostic says the Gators have to play aggressive and prevent Coach Les Miles from enjoying his bread and butter.
We've got to stop the run. That's their main thing they want to do. They want to run the ball. Les has always pretty much wanted to do that, since he's been there. And, so we've said on the defensive side of the ball, we got to stay square. We got to play physical. We got to stop the run.
The third key to the game will be the Gator defensive line, as it's got to take advantage of LSU's shaky pass protection and get to turnover-prone QB Zach Mettenberger. 2 weeks ago against Auburn, the junior was sacked twice and fumbled it twice. Last week against Towson, Mettenberger was sacked 4 times and coughed it up 1 more time. He's been average at best and has missed open receivers at times as well. LSU is currently 12th in the SEC in passing under Mettenberger. The struggles are partly a product of issues along the Tigers' offensive line the last several weeks, as starting left tackle Chris Falk suffered a season-ending knee injury before the Washington game back in Week 2, and that's forced LSU to do some shuffling along its O-line. Forcing Mettenberger to win the game with his arm might be the ticket to a Gator victory. However, Muschamp still feels Mettenberger can make plays through the air if LSU's running game gets going and the play action creates big play opportunities for the QB.
It's very evident on film, and the play action's off of it. They're going to create, 6, 8, 10 opportunities down the field that they're going to max it up, and they're going to take shots down the field, and you need to win those battles. And they're going to continue to bang you in the running game, and over a period of time they want to wear you down. They're going to get in some one-back situations and still have the run-pass checks based on the run box. Mettenberger's a guy that's got all the arm talent in the world. He just lacks some experience in the SEC. But you can see the arm talent and him being able to make all of the throws he needs to make, and he certainly has the ability to do so.
Since 1990, the Gators are 28-9 after a bye week, 8-2 in the Swamp. This is the 9th straight game between LSU and Florida in which both teams have been ranked in the top 25, and it's the 4th time that both teams have been in the top 10. With this week's 3 and Out, I'm Talal Elmasry.